So the coronavirus it's here in LA.
Yeah.
And you've dragged us both down here.
And this is the #1 destination for all tourists from Wuhan in the world.
I don't know about that.
Citation needed on that.
Yeah. Miguel's mind.
We don't need facts for this show.
Yeah, it's us, and we will be having Alex Jones on next week.
I would love to meet that dude.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, dude, I would sneak him an edible.
That would definitely get us views.
I would ask him, where is Bohemian Grove? Because I would love to see that shit for myself.
Okay, I'm going to take this mask off because
I know.
it's hard to breathe. I can't understand
I know,
you.
we look like we're into S&M too. Like,
I thought we just were.
But this is not for fun.
That's true.
Whatever. You saw the Oscars?
Of course I did. Well, I mean, I caught the updates for it, but...
I know, I just looked at the Twitter thing. I don't watch the fucking ceremony.
Yeah, I don't think anyone watches the Oscars anymore.
No, my people at like my parents' age watch that shit. Like
yeah, well, like boomers watch it, but boomers also watch Fox News. So it's like they're not exactly the
fucking boomers. Well, it takes like 3.5 hours, dude. If that shit was like an hour, maybe I would watch it.
Yeah, and it's like I don't care about the speech you're gonna give. I just want to know who got the award.
Did you see Joaquin Phoenix's speech?
No, but I heard about it. He's like, we're all protecting the animals out here, man.
Yeah, like
just like the Joker.
It's kind of like it was kind of like weird, like because he basically like he said like, oh, like we're all doing the same thing, we're all for the same cause, and then he's like, no more titty milk. Basically, and I was like, I don't know if that's the same as like.
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't watch it, but everyone told me like Joaquin looked really pissed off when he came on stage. I think he was just he was upset.
I don't know, dude. I think it's weird because he said like, what did he say, like we're the voice of the voiceless, and I'm like, what, bro? Did you know what fucking movie you got nominated for? Like this fool acted like he did the Gandhi biopic. This fucking Joker murdering people.
So no, man, Oscars was a little weird. It's been a long time since I've actually seen an Oscar award and ended up getting what I wanted out of it.
I guess.
But I mean, it was like it was pretty much the stuff I wanted to get nominated and win things won it. Like I wanted Joaquin Phoenix to get Best Actor.
Yeah, me too.
He was like inevitable for that. I thought maybe they might mix it up and give it Adam Driver. But
no, I don't know. Because I think this was like, I mean, out of all the like Joaquin Phoenix movies I've ever seen, I think this was his best performance.
Yeah, it probably was. I mean, he lost like 70 pounds. It looked like a skeleton.
I know. He fucking hit up Christian Bale.
For real.
How do you do it? He's like, oh, I just fucking do it. Drink water. He's Welsh.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Bro, I thought he was British.
No, he's the goat fucker type of British.
I don't know what that means.
That's like a stereotype in the UK that Welsh people fuck goats. I know.
How do you know this?
I had to Google it.
Google to guess that.
No, because they're all
He
farmers.
Googled who has the stereotype of fucking goats.
Yeah, it was like ISIS, the Welsh.
I think it's the only list that has ISIS and the Welsh right next to each other. It's like, normally, if one's on a list, it's mutually exclusive, except for who bangs goats.
Yeah,
ISIS and the Welsh.
It was one of those weird Venn diagrams. Yeah, I know.
It's a Venn diagram with only two things.
Yeah. They had that. They had a very religious and fucks goats. They had those two things in common.
And then the one thing, white, not white. Overly white, not overly white.
That was a list, though. That was yeah. A priorities list.
Priorities list. Okay. I
I
think we got really off track.
Hey, I watched Parasite.
Good.
And remember I told you I wanted to talk to you about something that I saw in that movie?
Yes, you did.
Why does the creep, like the dude that lives in the basement, why does he eat the banana like he's sucking a dick? Do you remember that
Isn't that just how you eat bananas?
No, but he puts it in his mouth, he's like this.
I don't get it. How do you that's how I do it.
No, because this is what he does. He puts a banana so the tip of the banana, right? Yeah. He puts that on the tip of his lips. Already pretty sus. And then he inserts it in, and then he bites it, and then it keeps going, and he bites it, and it keeps going, and he keeps biting it. The banana never leaves the inside of his mouth.
How do you suck a dick? You bite down?
No, but it looked like it because he looked like he was deep throating the thing.
I do remember that.
That's when I knew he was the bad guy.
I'm sorry, is that a commentary on gay people?
No, I mean, I guess.
And women?
No, on people who bite dicks. They're evil. I was glad it won, though.
Yeah, I was too. I wanted it to win. I mean, it was a stacked year, though, in terms of results. Like, I kind of liked everything, except I didn't see Little Woman. I didn't even know that movie released.
I don't know. I didn't.
It's like, it got nominated for Best Picture. Like, that movie was coming out next year.
I don't like when something's marketed as like a tearjerker, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch that.
I don't want my tears jerked.
Yeah,
I want something else jerked.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I watched fucking Joker. I was like, because if we'll get jerked a little bit more often, maybe he would have done that.
That is the moral of the movie.
I liked that. What was it like? I think it was on Saturday Night Live that basically said like all these movies are about white male rage, and I'm like, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if you can. This was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can like minimize it to that.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of problems going in. It's like the guy decided to make a movie about like mental health problems, and it was like,
right, like
incels.
Yeah, like that's not his problem. His problem is not that he can't get laid. You know, he bangs his mom the whole movie. the problem is
Miguel got the extended cut.
That's why Joaquin Phoenix won the Oscar.
Method acting.
Yeah, because he bangs her, then he kills her.
I've read the script, and originally his character was supposed to go like full on racist at the end, and they just didn't have the guts to go in for it.
Well, I don't think it would make sense.
Well, it was supposed to be throughout the movie.
Oh, like he's
but
racist?
They cut out all. Well, not that, because at the end when he confronts Zazie Beetz, he's like, fuck the blacks and the whites. I hate everyone, and like I guess he's supposed to be kind of racist before that.
Does he say that though?
Yeah, like that was the actual line in the script.
Fuck the blacks and the whites.
Yeah, something along those lines.
I would have laughed, dude.
I know.
Fucking Martin Luther King would have been like, that's hilarious. That's what you mean, bro? Like, is that how you feel about it?
Martin Luther King for the Best Picture.
No, I saw the. What was it? I think it was like there's like a crossover comic, and it's Red Skull and the Joker. And then Red Skull reveals he's a Nazi.
Yeah.
And he's like, Joker's like, I might be a killer, but I'm an American killer.
Yeah, he's like, I
might
be a psychotic serial killer, but I'm an American psychotic serial killer. It's the crossover with Captain America and Batman they did in the 90s.
Yeah. Where they don't even fight. They look at each other and they just do like weird moves, and then they're like,
yeah, because Batman's like, you beat my ass.
No, but yeah, Batman says like, you could beat me. It would take you a long time, and by the time you beat me, like this shit is like everything is blown over.
Yeah.
And Captain America is like, I would never beat another white male because they're the best.
The 90s was a weird time.
Yeah. Anyways, the Oscars.
The Oscars. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. All I saw what's this woman's name? Renee Zellweger.
Zellweger, yeah.
Her speech is literally like, it sounds like an Eminem rap because she just says like 70 names in a row, and then she says something about Judy Garland that doesn't make sense, and then it just kind of ends, and you see like all the people in the audience are like,
what did you think about the actual Eminem rap?
I was gonna ask why Eminem was relevant, and I saw him coming up on my feed. I just never checked it out.
So here he came on before the Best Musical Performance.
Yeah.
And Elton John was nominated for that, and he also won that. He also won Best Song at the Oscars, for 8 Mile. So I'm assuming they're like, and him and Elton John are friends. They're close friends in real life. So I'm assuming like, it's a bunch of like meta stuff. It's a callback to old Oscars, and it's Elton John and Eminem, and he's gonna do the song he got the Oscar for. And Martin Scorsese was just in the audience like.
And Billie Eilish too, because she was.
I didn't even see that.
I was like, that can't be her reaction from watching Eminem, because it was she had like a shrug, face, like what is this? I'm like, there's no fucking way that you can be like a musician right now and not know like Eminem. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. Like,
well, wasn't she just like in some interview? She was like, everyone's lying in rap music, and now everyone hates it.
Is that what she said?
Yeah,
Everyone's lying in rap music?
She said, like, everyone in rap music is lying, and now everyone's like, what? Every rap song is truthful? They swear on a Bible when they're writing this.
You don't believe I killed 50 guys on my way to fuck 2 bitches?
Exactly, yeah, because she did say, she's like, there's a lot of lying going on in music, and now I just keep seeing people talking about, like, does it matter? I mean, everyone knows. And I even saw someone made a post that was like on Instagram, and the caption was like Billie Eilish's ridiculous comments, but the post was like a list of like the actual content of the post was like, examples of people lying in music, in rap music, but then they're also like she's making ridiculous statements. But here's an example of a couple of times people have done that. I was like, a couple of times. This is absurd.
Turn on the radio.
Yeah,
you'll hear like 7 examples.
Yeah, it's.
She makes me feel like such a boomer. I don't get her. You know, like I see her, like why does she dress like shit? You know, like why the fuck does she look like a negative tennis ball? You know, like I don't understand. Like
I think film people are like boomers on the inside.
I think so too.
Every film person I know is like, yeah, that's just Billie Eilish nonsense.
Well,
I just like to listen to my Marvin Gaye.
Because I think like you know like she reminds me of Lorde, but when Lorde came on, I kind of like it like I don't know, like I heard interviews and she was like, oh, it sounds like a normal person.
Yeah.
But she just looks so weird to me, like.
Yeah, I mean, she was like a little emo, but Billie Eilish is like, I'm like emo, but I'm also super trendy. I'm ahead of the curve, and I have those giant like
Tits.
lady death strike.
No.
Is that gonna make it into the cut?
She's 18 now.
Yeah, the fact that you have to add now. Oh my god,
dude! This is also why I was like, what? Why she made me feel so old? Because every meme that I would like, half the memes I would see on my feed, they were all like a countdown for her to turn 18.
No, I saw. They were playing the fucking final countdown song.
Fucking creeps. Like she's gonna get naked immediately. Like I'm 18 and she's fucking undressed. It's like.
And actually, I read that she wears baggy clothes because she doesn't want people to know like she's fat, skinny, thick, not thick. Like, and
everyone knows though.
What do you mean? I have no idea what her body looks like.
You can tell by her face she's not a fat ass.
Yeah,
you know,
I've just seen I've seen fucking like when those memes like the memes he was talking about, people were posting all these pictures of it. I'm like, oh, okay.
This is what's so crazy, dude. Like, because people do like this insane like research. Like I saw like one of the memes was about like it was like a video of the dude explaining like how like the way she jumped and the way her titties bounced, like he deduced the size of her cup size. Yeah, but this is when she was still 17. I'm like, who the fuck's like? No, like it was just on my feed. Like, you know, I was like, why are all these dudes? But then I realized, oh, the meme pages are all 16-year-olds.
Oh, that is true.
You know what I mean? So I was like,
so they're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah. So I remember when I was 16, and they would have like a subreddit like of jailbait. I'm like, this is just porn to me.
This is just porn to me.
But I'm like, oh no, wait, it's illegal.
Miguel went on the jailbait subreddit.
No, because Reddit has like. Yeah. You can like click on a thing and then it goes like through like an like insane. And I was reading something about, I think it was like Bryan Singer or whatever. Oh. And then they talked about like some Reddits that had fucked up content. So one was about them like one was called like punching women, and another one was called like
punching babies.
Morbid reality or some shit. And then some fool posted jailbait, and I was like,
Well, the Bryan Singer one, I believe, would lead you to the jailbait. I'm not sure. Was he accused of being a pedophile too?
Well, he has pictures where like basically like him and I don't want to say the name because I don't remember specifically who the other producer was.
Mm-hmm. But Harvey Weinstein. Just throw that name. Anytime it's a creepy producer, it's Harvey Weinstein.
It might have been the gay version of him. And
everybody spit on the mic.
Fucking Kevin Spacey.
Harvey Queerstein. I don't know, dude. But they basically like they would throw parties and they would get all these twinks, you know, like to show up, but like there's a picture of like Bryan Singer with like these two like dudes, and I don't know, like I feel like the ID requirement is not as so strict at this party.
at the Bryan Singer party. Well, yeah. I know some stuff about him, and I'm 98% sure this is true. I really hope I'm not mixing up any names. Not that it's going to besmirch Bryan Singer's face, you know, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even mention him when Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, for real, they kicked her off that, but. I'm pretty sure Ellen Page said that he pressured her a lot to come out of the closet when they were filming X-Men 3 or X-Men 2, whichever one.
He's like, do it, it's great.
He would, like, for publicity or something. I don't know. She was saying, like, that he pressured her on set or something like that.
What year was that, though? Was it like
early 2000s?
Yeah, it was like 2005, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when everybody loved homos. Fucking idiot. They didn't even have gay marriage.
I don't know. Because, I mean, that is, like, the whole, you know... originally in the comics, you know, the X-Men were, like, supposed to be, like, you know...
They're a metaphor for minorities.
Yeah, but then when he was doing the movies, it's clear like it was a metaphor for, you know, the LGBT community, because there's even that one part where they go back to Iceman's parents' house. Like, have you ever tried not being a mutant? His parents are like, when we found out you had powers, like, can you just not have superpowers? I'm like, oh.
I love that scene when Pyro tells the dad, he's like, oh, this is like, no, the mom is like, oh, this is all my fault. And he's like, no, actually, it's his fault because males carry the mutant gene.
Oh, I don't think that's true, but
it doesn't matter. Fucking those movies have the worst fucking like continuity. In the history of movie making.
The first two are just so good.
Yeah, they are really good.
It's just
they're the what you'd call like the prototype for like
what we have now.
Yeah,
I mean, even the Lord Kevin Feige worked on them. He produced them.
That man knows what he's doing.
He did. He was on all the early 2000 superhero movies, and he's like, this is how you don't do this.
I think DC has like a fucking headless chicken that runs around, and wherever it bleeds, they're like, that movie next.
They're actually on course because after Justice League, they fired whoever the head was, and they recently replaced him with Walter Hamada. And he did an interview. It was like, I came into this, and it was a complete mess. It was just a shit show. He's like, I'm just trying to clean all this garbage up now. And I mean, ever since he took over, people are liking the movies. People like Aquaman, people like Shazam, and people like Birds of Prey, even though they're not going to see it, which we should talk about.
Yeah, well, like I was talking to a friend, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch Birds of Prey." I'm like, "Don't." And she's like, "Oh, well, then I'm gonna go watch Jumanji 2." I'm like, "Is these your only two options?"
Your only two options?
Yeah, because I was like, I'll watch Birds of Prey like, I don't know, like later, because I would like to watch it. I'm a fan of the characters, but they bamboozled me so fucking hard with Suicide Squad because I want to see that in the midnight premiere. So like I'm a fucking idiot for doing that. So I was like, I'm not. They're not gonna get me again.
I was out of town when it released, so I didn't see it for about a week.
Oh, so you knew that it was shit.
Yeah, so I went in and my expectations were so low that I came out. I was like, that wasn't that bad. I think everyone was like, this is the worst movie ever made. So
I thought it was super bad, and I remember thinking like, because I think it was David Ayer.
David Ayer, yeah.
David Ayer, he wrote and directed. I was like, this fool makes good movies. What the fuck happened? And then I read that DC brought in the dudes that edited the trailer to edit the movie.
Oh, also, I don't know if you heard what happened with the Justice League ruined that movie.
Wait, what happened?
Steppenwolf was supposed to be the villain in that movie.
Yeah.
And then Darkseid was supposed to be the villain of Justice League. And when they rewrote Justice League to make Steppenwolf the villain, they had to kick Steppenwolf out of Suicide Squad. So that's why he had to make up like Enchantress was the villain and like her brother was all this and all that.
They probably just changed the color of the vortex from fucking like blue to green. And like you're the villain.
They had to rewrite a bunch of the movie last minute because their villain was gone.
I also I think what really pissed me off is that they changed the Joker Harley Quinn dynamic. Cause like now I see like in the trailers they're trying to make it seem like Harley Quinn is like this I don't know if like exactly like a feminist icon, but more of a hero when the whole point of her character is that she's so fucking codependent to this fucking psychotic killer. Because I think, dude, that's way more interesting to have like a couple that like they're both like that like actually he doesn't depend on her at all. He treats her like shit and she's always coming back. Yeah. And the whole point is that at the end of her arc, then she becomes like an independent person. Mm-hmm. But to have that happen in the second fucking movie when they haven't even established the whole thing.
It technically happens in the first one in Suicide Squad.
Right,
she's like realized like I don't need this guy.
Yeah, like that's the point. That's what pisses me off about these movies is they don't allow anything to breathe. Yeah, they're like going like through. They're going through like all this years of canon. In like a movie, and I'm like, you gotta let it happen. Otherwise, this shit's not gonna last.
Yeah, I agree. Because I mean, the MCU is working through things slowly. Like they took 10 years to do the Infinity Gauntlet arc.
Exactly, but then that's one big villain out of the way. Yeah. These motherfuckers had Doomsday in the second movie. Yeah, when he's like supposed.
He should be in the last Superman movie.
Exactly,
he should be the guy that kills Superman.
Yes,
that's how it should end.
But he dies in the second movie. Fucking guys. No wonder Henry Cavill was like, you know what? I'm gonna dye my hair white.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and fucking fight goblins.
Dude, I love that. Whatever company owns Mission Impossible, they like made the decision to tank Justice League basically because he grew out his mustache for that. And they were can we just, can he shave his mustache for the reshoots? They're like, no. They're like, can he shave his mustache and we'll pay for your guys to CGI a mustache onto him? Because that's way easier than CGIing a mustache off. They're like, no. He has to keep the real mustache. You guys can CGI it off.
I know.
He ends up looking like some alien freak.
Yeah, like there's a couple of
pretending to be
scenes
Henry
where
Cavill.
he says some shit. You can see his lip is like a little bit too like protruding like out, and I'm like, what the?
Have you seen people who are like have like 5 subscribers on YouTube, like re-edit his mouth and it looks normal?
No.
There's like people with like a $2 setup and like an iPad are like re-editing.
Well, I mean, the
League.
same thing happened with Sonic, dude.
Oh.
Like some fucking blind fool designed the first like Sonic, and then everybody was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then they were like, "Oh, you don't like it?"
He was using the Braille version of Illustrator.
Yeah. Are you gonna be seeing that with your girlfriend on Valentine's Day? When it
Yes, I told her.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
she was
bone
like,
at
"No,
the Sonic.
yeah." She was like, "Let's get some wine and some candles." Like, get the fuck out of here.
You take
We're
the
gonna
wine
go
and
watch
candles to
Sonic.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Dude, like, okay, I don't understand, like, because basically, like, Sonic was like, it looked like somebody like described him to him, and they were like, "Do you want to see a picture?" No, I got this. And then he fucking drew it, and they're like, "Oh, is this what he looks like?" Yeah. And like, let's make the movie.
That was one of the most bizarrely ugly designs I've ever seen in my life.
And now, not only does he like now does he look better, but I read like some spoiler where like apparently like Tails was in the movie too or something like that, and they had to redesign him too because he looked like shit too. I'm like, so this fool fucked up every design, like not just Sonic. And I was like, I need to see the old designs.
Yeah,
I
now,
need to see
now
how
I'm
they used to
curious.
look.
They'll be out eventually. Some intern took a screenshot of them.
Yeah,
Do you think that they would have overshadowed like Cats as like worst CGI creation though?
I don't know who even thought of that idea of having these fucking people. Like, to me, it would have been way better if they would have done something like, I don't know, like, what's that movie? Like Moulin Rouge or something like that? Where, like,
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin
Yeah.
Rouge, if they would have done something where, like, yeah, it's people dressed up as cats. Right? Like,
Yeah,
I think that would have
anything would
worked.
be better than what we got.
Absolutely anything. I think if they would have done, I think that was a movie that was dying to be animated. Like, and I mean, like, actual, like, animated,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
Yeah, like an animated feature, like a Pixar thing.
yeah, not a fucking, that's a furry nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even those freaks would have gotten hard looking at that shit.
Those freaks.
Yeah.
And it's the first movie in history to get the 2 gigabyte software update. Did you hear about that?
I heard that the you could see the feet clipping through the floor.
Did you hear that they did send out an updated version?
Yeah.
Like with improved animation. Like 2 weeks after, it was like, this. No one's gonna forgive you now. It's over. Why did you put Judi Dench in a weird cat costume and Idris Elba?
What was so crazy too is that the film before it got released, it was getting Oscar buzz
Why?
because when they announced it, they were saying like some people were saying like, oh, like this movie's turning out really well.
Who did they pay to lie?
I know, and then it became a fucking a Rozzy like.
You look at the panel who judged the movie. It's just like Ray Charles. It's Ray Charles and Matt Murdock. They just say like, yeah, I like this film.
It's like, "Ooh, I just heard some singing and some cats.
Yeah. I don't know. One thing, I'm never gonna watch a movie because I've seen people describing it like on Reddit.
Yeah.
And I think the fever dream they've made it out to be is way more interesting than the movie would actually be. Like there's like there's scenes where like a cat will like rip its body open and like little mice people will crawl out of its body and like do a little like Irish jig.
What?
I'm like, what is this nonsense? He just did a bunch of coke and did the choreography. He's like, and what if at this part, this character like zipped themselves open like a suit and there were smaller creatures inside of them that ran out and did a dance number.
I remember just watching the first trailer and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, we got to get executives out of the creative roles.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's what I've been saying for forever. They just turn movies into like charities so we know one's making money out of them.
Dude, for real, like A and B, like if you're an A-lister, dude, just like get your other A-listers and do it out of pocket.
Yeah, that's
Like it's gonna make a lot of money. Like if Reese Witherspoon were to hit up fucking Joaquin Phoenix and we're like, hey, like let's just like use our money to like hire a crew of people and like make this like passion project. Like, come on now. Like how would that? They could like make a website to sell it on, and I'm pretty sure like.
Yeah, I agree. Because the problem with a lot of these movies is that there's like people who don't care about movies or don't watch movies who just think they know what makes money are sitting down like, and you got to make it like this. And that's kind of like what they're doing with the most recent Star
And there's
Wars
no
movies.
accountability too, because at the end of the day, most of the time when something is fucked up, they fire the creative people instead of the executives. Like they always keep their jobs.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time.
That is 100% true.
Except this fool, that fool. I think he's a god.
I think the studio just dragged him out back and executed him.
I mean, is there any other way to get justice? I don't think so.
To get justice.
To appease the gods, fool. We almost got smited for that shit.
What's so crazy is like it's the director of two movies that are okay. One that people like and one that I like.
Right.
He did Les Miserables, which I don't think is a good movie.
The musical?
Yeah, the musical. And then he did another movie which is really good. But I just remember seeing like this guy did two good movies. He's been nominated for Oscars, and I can't remember the name.
Oh.
If Carlos wants to look it up, if he can. I don't remember. I just remember seeing a list of what this guy did. I go, okay, the guy who did Les Miserables. He did one other movie that I liked. Except I don't.
A musical too?
You're asking my fried brain. I don't know. Carlos will know in a second. But I don't know. I never liked Les Miserables when it came out either. I thought that was like super overhyped because I don't want to listen to Russell Crowe pretend to sing for like 2 hours.
God, Russell Crowe was awful.
He's so bad.
Like I thought the movie was cool. But like just some people aren't singers. And
I think there's a non-singing version with Liam Neeson.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, Tom Hooper.
Tom Hooper. What else did he direct? Because I know he's directed some good things.
The Danish Girl, The King's Speech.
King's Speech.
He directed the Danish Girl?
Yeah, and King's Speech is a really good movie.
Those are great movies.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. And then he went on to make this abomination known as Cats.
Well, you understand why they gave him the chance then. Why they gave him the cachet.
Exactly, the Oscar.
That's why he had Oscar buzz then. Because they're like, this fool's making a new fucking movie.
And it's based off of Andrew Lloyd Webber musical? What?
But I heard even like... Because, I don't know, like some things just don't work in certain mediums.
Yeah, I agree. That's always been the thing. Alan Moore's always said that you couldn't adapt, Watchmen into a movie or a TV show.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, that's what he says also because, he claims he put a curse on it.
Yeah, but the TV show's great.
Yeah, but the TV show isn't an adaptation of the book.
Dude, a comic book is basically a fucking storyboard.
Yeah, I agree.
It's basically a movie. I don't understand. Yeah,
I don't know, but it has something to do with he puts a lot of storytelling, and I don't think that this limits it from being adapted, but he does put a lot of storytelling elements that involve the way books are structured and the way that panels, exist with each other.
Right,
that it only works in a book. So there's certain elements that wouldn't work in a movie.
I understand what he means. It's not going to be the same, but I think that's literally the closest fucking thing you can get to a movie. It's a comic book.
Yeah,
or to a TV
agree.
show. Yeah.
I agree.
It's moving pictures with dialogue.
I mean, and it just, I think with adapting that book is you need someone. Man, I want to talk about Zack Snyder, but I think you need someone with the kind of subtlety to, or not subtlety, the ingenuity to kind of.
No, it's just too much content.
Yeah, I agree. It's too much content. You need to divide it up into two movies. I think you need someone who can introduce ideas that can only be told in movies, the same way that book has stuff that can only be done in comic books.
Because the thing is, like, I really liked the movie, but I think the people that didn't read the comic book would be lost, to be honest.
Yeah.
To me, the best, like, the movie is amazing when it has, like, a montage,
Yeah.
The
like
intro
the
is sick.
credits everyone loves that.
The intro is sick as fuck. Dr. Manhattan's story is also sick as fuck.
His giant dong is amazing.
Yes. I like that it bounces from his legs. So like, what the fuck? Why would he be... I mean, actually, no, it's pretty big, right? Because he's soft. But then also, like, Rorschach's fucking origin, too. Like, to me, like, those are done really well.
Yeah.
But then he kind of went a little bit too crazy with the fight scenes. Even though I enjoyed them, I was like...
Yeah, that fit, like, the point of the book is, like, Night Owl is supposed to be, like, a 45-year-old retired superhero with erectile dysfunction.
No, it's supposed to be badasses, but, like...
Yeah, but, like...
not send them flying into, like, a fucking wall when he hits them.
Remember, in the book, they're kind of, like, out of practice, like, at first. And that's kind of, like, they can't, like, take on 50 dudes in an alleyway, like, easily. He's like...
Or they could, but they would get hurt, They wouldn't just be, like...
Up.
This fool, like, takes off his glasses, he's like... he fucking sends some dude flying. Yeah. I love that where she... I think it's like, Silk Spectre fucking like kicks some dude when he's in the air, and then this fool fucking kicks him in the fucking air and sends him flying into a trash can. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, they had like super strength in that movie. Like, didn't like in the fight with Ozymandias and Comedian, didn't he like punch through a wall or something?
He punches through like the column like on the
he does have super strength. He's just a dude. That was like the point.
His strength is his belief in American conservatism.
Yeah, he's like alt-right Captain America.
I know.
That's like the point of the character. Which was interesting. I don't know if you know what that book was supposed to be. DC had recently
yeah.
bought, all the Charleston Comics characters like the Question and all these other people, and he was like, "Cool, I want to tell this really messed up story where they're like evil, kind of like realistic versions of stuff. Like if these people are in the real world, like what values would corrupt them? And like, well, we don't really want to mar the names of these people we just bought for a bunch of money. He's like, well, forget you. I'm just gonna make like really obvious ripoffs of all of them. And just make them evil.
I remember reading that
for that
because they wanted to be set in the DC universe. That was the first. That was because they wanted to make like. He wanted to reinvent the characters, but keep them inside the universe.
Yeah, and it is Watchmen is now in the universe. I don't know if you read Doomsday Clock.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit,
bro. It is, and they also hinted towards another Marvel DC crossover.
That doesn't mean shit.
But the thing is, they DC referenced it and Marvel referenced it too.
No, I know, but like then like you realize that they have like these little like weird contracts where they fucking be like, oh, you can't like. Basically, like if 10 characters fight, 5 have to win from one side and 5 have to win from another side.
What do you think is worse, that or like the contracts that all the actors on Fast and Furious do for fight scenes?
What is it? Oh yeah, like he can't get his ass kicked. Like
yeah, well he can, but it's like there's like a scoring system.
Yeah.
For like different types of hits, and Vin Diesel, like one character can't knock another character to his knees. Like The Rock and Vin Diesel, like if they're fighting, Vin Diesel and The Rock punches him in the face. He has to knock him. He can't knock him like be on his knees like in front of him.
They would both gas out after 30 seconds.
Yeah, so like
so much muscle. After 30 seconds, be like, then he would just take out his gun and shoot him.
Yeah, so if you watch like the fight with them, there's no actual winner between The Rock and Vin Diesel.
It's Dom.
No, it's not. They get knocked through a window and then something interrupts the fight.
No, because he holds up the thing and he's about to like kill him with it, and then they stop him.
Is that the wait? Okay, I haven't seen this movie forever.
No, Vin Diesel was like, nobody can kick my ass.
And then I think afterwards, The Rock introduced a rule like that similarly.
Yeah, because he's like, no, I look at me.
Yeah, because
I am the captain now.
Because I do remember, I haven't seen this movie forever, but I recently saw one fight between them where they're like, one of them gets thrown through a window and they're going to get back up to fight each other. And these people are like, oh, don't fight, don't keep fighting or something. Or something stops them, like, we can't have a clear winner here.
You need to have more babies, more illegitimate babies with Brazilian women.
Yeah, I don't know. Just when I heard about that they're like inventing like a scoring system. So like a kick is worth like 5 points, but if he blocks, it's -1. It's like someone's on set doing math for the choreography. Just like that's how massive their egos are.
Yeah, that's like, and everybody like every 5 minutes you have to say that Jason Statham has the biggest dick in the cast.
Jason Statham irritates me because he does like the worst, most like garbage movies. Well, I want to say that he does like low budget, like not low budget. He has low quality.
No, that is one guy that I feel like I will actually get to work with.
Yeah.
I think he will say no to anything as long as there's some money in it and it's not complete shit.
Exactly, but like he does like Fast and the Furious, and he does the Transporter movies and like the Mechanic.
Those were amazing, dude. I love the Transporter movies.
Yeah, but I say it's like they're not like high art cinema, but when
they were like the OG John Wick in my opinion, where they were like kind of like indie action movies, they were actually pretty good.
Yeah. But when people were wanting him to play Bullseye in Daredevil season 3. And he was like, I'll never do those garbage Marvel movies. He's like, my grandma could do that. I'm like, you idiot, you do the Fast and Furious. That like Daredevil.
When I heard that rumor, I was so erect. I was like, oh, yes.
But like he said I would never do that. It's all fake. My grandma could do it. It's like, you do Fast and the Furious. Like, it's like he talked about those movies the same way Scorsese does. Like, he's acting like this dude's like, I do Oscar nom. He's like, dude, you do the Fast and the Furious. Like, you're talking about Daredevil, which is like an amazing show. Like,
I know.
You can't. You're not talking down from it. You're like on the same level.
Still, in my opinion, the best Marvel content has ever been made.
It is.
That fucking show.
Yeah, the Netflix shows. I mean, for the most part, like they had like some stumbling points, like Iron Fist.
But they had
season
consequences for their action, which never happens in the movies.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, like I love the movies, but I was talking about the guest I had on the first week. It's like it is kind of frustrating that there's like no like real stakes. It feels like sometimes, and like it doesn't.
The stakes are in the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like because they're season finale, so something actually happens.
Yeah, so like people will die or someone will get thrown out a window and
die. Fucking Robert Downey Jr. is trying to be like all smart shit. He's like, hey Thanos, come over, and then he fucking dies.
That's a good. That was
Doctor Dolittle fucking bombed.
Yeah,
did you see that?
Yeah.
I
thought we talked about this last week. No, I talked about the other guy. Yeah, somehow I talked this with the last person we had on that he went on like Joe Rogan to promote it. He did everything. It was Robert Downey Jr. And somehow that movie flopped. Like, it's like you with all this promotion, like no one wants to go see a Dr. Dolittle movie.
I don't know, dude. Murphy. This is what blows my mind, right? Like, because we kind of know how this shit gets made. Some fucking like some dude read that script, and he was like, "Oh, Doctor Dolittle movie," and then he was like, "I want to fucking make this movie."
I think about that all the
Yeah,
time.
because I understand how you can get passionate over like projects, right? And I assume I know you had the best intentions in mind for sure, but to me that's just so fucking lame. Some fucking British buffoon that can talk to animals. Like,
have you heard about
does
how
he
the movie
fuck
ends?
them? Like, does anything interesting happening in this whole fucking concept?
Because it's Disney assuming no, but do you want to know what might have gotten his attention? How the movie ends?
What?
Is they go to get this dragon in Ireland, and it's all pissed off, and they talk to it, and
there's a dragon? Well, that's cool.
They have to pull bagpipes and swords out of its ass.
Oh, so he's a pedophile.
Who's the dragon of Dr. Dolittle?
Anybody that can play an instrument that controls animals touches kids. It's a well-known fact.
Yeah, because all the people in real life who control animals and play instruments. Yeah, so the dragon's all pissed off, and they figure out what's wrong with it. It has a bunch of stuff is stuck up its ass. And they're pulling.
See,
that's the climax.
The dragon is being molested.
How literal are you being?
From what I've heard, 100% literal. It literally has a pair of bagpipes stuck up this dragon's ass, and he goes and pulls a pair of bagpipes and a sword. Please look this up.
I will.
Dr. Dolittle fucking blows him and he forces him to fart it out. He's like, "Hold on, little dragon, I got this right here, you know." He's like, "Oh man, you're touching my dick," and then he just fucking.
I swear on everything I know that is what I've heard is the ending. It's it literally has and they're in Ireland, so of course it'll be up in Irish.
Oh, so they have
ass.
a Guinness after.
Yeah.
And they bomb a hospital. They love to do that shit.
Oh my god! I just found an article by Entertainment Weekly. The headline is, "We need to talk about that insane Doolittle ending involving a dragon's clogged butt."
And at the end it says 5 stars.
I was gonna end our review with that, 5 stars.
Man,
we should just review movies we've never seen.
Yeah, it should be let's see what haven't I fucking
I haven't
seen
Little Women.
I haven't seen Little Women. I assume they all scissor each other. And that's why it's
I believe that's how it happened in the book.
The original title is Little Clits.
It was
I know one of them dies. I think it's the hottest one.
Which one's the hottest one though?
Probably Emma Watson. I don't know.
Wait, Emma Watson's in it?
Yeah, I like the other one better though.
Which one, Florence Pugh or
Saoirse
Ronan?
Saoirse Ronan.
Those people need to learn how English works.
Before you guys switch to topics, I just need to stick on this Doolittle thing. Give credit to Ryan George who tweeted this out. It says the climax of Doolittle is literally him pulling bagpipes out of a dragon's clogged asshole. After which a polar bear voiced by John Cena exclaims, "Quote: Teamwork makes the dream work." Thank you, Ryan George.
So we're just gonna ignore the fact that this fool would diddle his own butthole with bagpipes, and then he had to fight someone else to help him take it out. Did he sit on them by accident? No,
I was about to say, what is the context for that? How?
The context is this dragon is alone. You know, he can't find another dragon to bang, so he's diddling his own dragon butt with these bagpipes. And then he's like, "Oh, no, fucking call that doctor, the one that could talk to animals."
I might watch the prequel.
I know.
If for real, prequel, I'm down.
They do a Game of Thrones spinoff about the dragon.
He's like Dracarys, and then he comes out his ass. He farts instead of having fucking fire. Like,
yeah. So
that's a better ending than the fucking Game of Thrones ending too.
See what I mean? That's why that guy was so passionate about that movie.
Oh, because he read the ending. Yeah, no. He read the ending. He's like, "Oh, dude." He's like, "I'm gonna waste all this studio's money because this shit's gonna be fucking hilarious." No, I heard. I think what happened is, I think Robert Downey Jr.'s wife was one of the producers.
Oh, of
so
course.
They were like, yeah. And this dude came up, he said in the podcast, he came up with all the ideas to have him dress like a gypsy and shit.
He came up with all the ideas to put bagpipes on a dragon's ass.
He's like, "What should we put up with the?" I assume the director was French. He's like, "What do we put up with the asshole?" And then he's like, "Oh, I got an idea, Robert Downey Jr. I'm about to bake a pipe." I heard these Irish people, they like to bake a pipe. And then Robert Downey Jr. is like, "Perfect, awesome, I love it, let's do it."
That solves the mystery of why Robert Downey Jr. did it, because his wife did it because a French guy was like bagpipes up Dragon's ass.
I also think he wanted to do something so fucking different from Iron Man.
But why would he do another big budget Disney movie? That's why I thought he was going to do something like. Remember, he did The Judge, like between like Avengers 1 and 2.
Is that the one where his
dad's Robert Duvall?
Oh yeah, the fucking consigliere to the Corleone family. He runs somebody over.
What? I haven't seen it, but what?
You never seen that movie?
No,
it's really good actually.
Okay, I wanted to see it, but I just remember I thought he'd do something like that. Like
there's a scene where he fucking Tony Stark some fool because he's like he used to bang what is that family of all hot women? Fucking
Kardashians?
No, the Farmiglia family.
Oh wait,
you know how there's 3 sisters and they're all beautiful.
Farmiglia.
Yeah. Like there's even like. And they're all like, this is the weirdest part. They're
Isn't
all like,
that the chick from Bates Motel and The Conjuring?
From American Horror Story. Oh yeah. That's the middle sister.
Yeah.
That's the middle sister.
Yeah.
And then she has a younger sister.
Is the one from The Nun.
Yeah, and she's like I think like 15 years older than her, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of weird because they're all like 10 years like apart. But anyways, the middle one, she used to bang Robert Downey Jr. right when he was like 18 at like in this little town. So that he goes to the bar where she's a bartender, right? You know, and then some drunk fool's like, "Fucking nice tits" or whatever. You know, I don't remember the dialogue exactly. I'm paraphrasing here, but then Robert Downey Jr. comes up to him, and then that fool tries to like swing on him, and then he says like, "If you touch me, it will be 5 years in prison, and then you do all this in the courts, and you pay all these fines. So is that worth it?" And I'm like, some drunk fool at a bar would have been like, call him a queer and then punched him. He would have been like, actually, that does make sense. And there's legal trouble. And you're right. And then, but he looks like they make him look so badass in that moment. And that's the only part of the movie where I'm like, who the fuck? It would have looked more badass if Robert Downey Jr. fucking smacked him in the face.
Probably.
And then he was like, he would have smacked him in the face. And then he would have been like, if you fuck with me, bro, I'm a lawyer. I will sue you. You know, and then I don't write these movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the point, there's a part of the movie where I think the dad is like 78 or some shit. Mm-hmm. And then they're on the boat, and then he's like, "Do you believe in God?" He's like, "I'm fucking 78 and I have a cancer. What choice do I have?" I was like, that's hilarious. They made Robert Duvall say that. They were like, "You've done The Godfather, now you gotta you gotta do this." Like, yeah, I got it.
Oh man, yeah, that one went over, and just I didn't end up seeing it, and it's on my list.
It's pretty good actually. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I just figured that's what I mean. I'm like, I thought Robert Downey Jr. would be like, okay, time to give me another Oscar.
Yeah, he would do Kiss Kiss Bang Bang 2 or something.
I missed it for the time I did blackface.
You did blackface?
No.
I know, Robert. There we go.
Yeah.
For the edit. No, I know. I thought he was. I really thought he was gonna do something about like some fucking Italian painter that, you know, like is getting a divorce.
What if he did blackface again and got an Oscar for it this
Another
time?
one? Yeah.
I mean, he lost to Heath Ledger.
Yeah, he plays James Baldwin in a biopic. And the whole movie's played straight. Like, nobody acknowledges it. Nobody says anything. It's not a satire. Nothing. It's just a straight up drama where every actor is black except Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, see, I don't know. It blows my mind that not only did he do blackface, not only did he get nominated for an Oscar, but he went on to be like the biggest actor on the face of the planet, and like no one cared. I was like, that was awesome.
There are certain things that just kind of like, cause like there's certain things that like people like they kind of like just go right above like that area where they're actually like relevant and people know about it, but not too popular where the people that would hate it will get to know about it, right?
Yeah,
so like he that existed in that sweet spot where the people that understand that it's a joke all know about it, but the people that don't didn't find out.
Exactly, yeah, because it's weird. That movie must not be as... Because everyone I know knows that movie, but I just would assume that, like, there's obviously people who aren't gonna. I mean, who are gonna get that as a joke. You're like, you can't joke in that way.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's just like he just never got hit with that somehow. I'm assuming Disney just had them all executed. Anyone who ever tweeted at Robert Downey Jr. saying, "How dare you do blackface?"
And that dude came from being like, I guess like kind of blacklisted in Hollywood.
He was.
Yeah, to then be like, oh, what is my role coming back? He's like, well.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing, fucking Ben Stiller looking at him. I know you're trying to get back in the good graces of Hollywood audiences, so I got the role for you.
Yeah. It's the logical choice. That's what I would do. I mean, he must have been back on drugs when he accepted that offer.
Maybe. Dude, you ever heard his... he doesn't talk about it a lot, but he talks about the one that made him change. Like
the Burger King?
Yeah, where he woke up on some strangers, like fucking... like he broke into somebody's house to pass out. Yeah. And he really wanted that burger or some shit.
Yeah, and then he had it and he's like, this is disgusting, and it made him throw away all his drugs or something.
Yeah, he's like, this burger is so fucking disgusting that I'm going to change my whole life around. That's what Burger King should have as an ad.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, apparently he decided to honor that by putting Burger King in the first Iron Man movie.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, that's why he's like, can we please get a Burger King sponsorship for this movie? Because one time I did a bunch of Coke.
Because they saved my life by having such shitty burgers. Yeah, when I told people, like, when because I don't know what it is, but Burger King just tastes better in Mexico. Like, I don't know, like, if it's a change of ingredients or whatever. And then I came here and I tried it here. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Mexico doesn't use as much high fructose corn syrup, which is also why Mexican Coke is, like, a whole lot better.
Oh, because they use real sugar,
Yeah,
both
exactly.
kinds of Mexican Coke, right?
Mexican white powders.
No, yeah, but a lot of stuff is just, like, the processing. Like, anybody who's had, like, cheeses in Europe, they're always like, oh, my God. Cheese in Europe is like
that's how the cheese in the Europe to make me feel like I'm sucking straight out of the cow titty.
That's how the cheese comes out, right?
That's all Europeans do, bro. Fucking eat cheese and commit incest.
So
yeah, and Brexit.
Yeah. So far we've offended ISIS, the Welsh, and all of Europe.
Well,
I think we got to keep racking up points.
I think it's in Sweden, right? I think it's in Sweden.
We're moving on to the Swedes now.
It's in Sweden where they have like an app where you put in your last name because they have like a weird like last name system, right? Where they like, because they have the last names like Grimsdotter, which basically means like Grimm's daughter. Yeah. So there are no actual last names. Yeah. So they have an app where you put in like your name and the person you're trying to fuck name, and you check if you're cousins or not.
What?
Because they're also on an island. So like maybe you meet somebody that's name is fucking
Grimm's daughter.
Yeah, Grimm's daughter, and he's like, oh, I don't know any Grimms. I'm gonna fuck this girl, and then they're like, oh, we have the same grandma. Some shit like that.
Oh man. Okay.
I don't know. It might not even be Sweden.
Especially because it's not an island, bro.
It's not an island? No,
I don't think
shit.
it is. Okay, so add it.
So maybe it's like Finland. I don't even know if that's an island either.
It's not.
What are those?
Yeah, geography expert Carlos over here.
What are they called? I think they're called peninsulas.
Well, they're like the Nordic states, right?
Please explain what the difference between a peninsula and an island is.
A peninsula is still attached
it's like attached
to the mainland. Whereas the island is just.
I got this. Yeah, I remembered as soon as I asked. You big nerd.
You bitch.
Just Google app so that you don't commit incest.
Would you like to add China to the list of places that we offend? Because I want to talk about the coronavirus.
Dude, this is what I was thinking about too. Like, like I was telling you, like, if the coronavirus had like happened anywhere else, it would still it would be like a fucking contagion, right? Everybody go insane. But thankfully, it happened in a communist dictatorship, so they were able to round up all these fucking Asian kids and put them in a cage before they started infecting everybody. So I, for one, welcome the Chinese dictatorship.
Thank God for Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping, yeah. Thank God for Winnie the Pooh for saving our fucking lives.
But so Carlos sent us that news story about, and I'm going to cover this for everyone listening because apparently no one knows what this is except for Carlos. Yeah. That there's a Chinese cruise ship where someone... Carlos, can you explain this? Because I'm sure you read the whole article.
I got you. Okay. I actually... I'm double checking on it right now. because I don't know if it is a Chinese cruise ship, but there is a cruise ship
yeah.
where one of the people got coronavirus or had coronavirus before going on the cruise. Now no country's down to dock them, so they're just like in the middle of the ocean. 3 hours ago, 39 additional people got infected, but let me look up like the total amount of people.
Are they just like tweeting out updates? 39 infected now.
Dude, I guess so. Like, I honestly, like, I don't know exactly what's happening, but
Hey, you know that meme that that's going? I was like, all right, good job, guys. Let's get up to 40.
Oh yeah, those are rookie numbers.
Those are rookie numbers. Good. It's just gonna crash onto land and start like a zombie outbreak.
I was gonna say that sounds like the fucking. You ever read that creepy pasta, the sleep experiment?
I have never read a creepypasta because I was never a 13-year-old emo girl.
Well, they're not that. Some of like the Squidward Suicide's a good one. No, but so like this one is so basically like it's supposed to be like based on a real experiment they did in like MIT or some fucking cunty university like that, and they apparently like they deprived all these people of sleep and they wanted to see what would happen. So obviously like it ends up when some people killing themselves or whatever. Like they go back into the room and they're like,
wait, hold on.
Hold for guy with big dick.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so they put them all in like some like basement or whatever, and they deprive them of sleep, and then like some people start going crazy, like they some kill each other or whatever, and then they go back in the room and apparently like there's a bloody mess or something like that. This is what that sounds like.
And that's
to me.
happening on a whole cruise ship.
Yeah, it's happening on a cruise ship. Like, yeah, this is a great idea for a new Dawn of the Dead movie.
Yeah, so the new Dawn of the Dead or the new Resident Evil
or
game.
new Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Well, check it out. The total number of cases is 174.
Oh man.
But those are not dead people, right? It's just confirmed with the virus.
Yeah.
It's just confirmed. Yeah, but I mean, shit. Like, it seems like it's only a matter of time. And I mean, this isn't the stuff that like grows linearly. Like once more people have it, it's way easier for like more people to be like giving it to more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just scary stuff, dude.
They all just gotta start fucking, dude.
That's
Yeah, they'll just take turns and have an insane orgy.
That's just the opening for World War Z 2. It's just gonna be the ship's just gonna crash onto land. The emergency services are gonna go to try and
Crashes in Miami.
It's the emergency services. The cops are gonna roll up and try to
And then
contain
Mike Lowry and his partner come in and they start shooting the zombies. And they're like, "What are we? Some sort of bad boys?"
Some sort of bad boys.
Yeah. And then his fucking narco son, he's like, "Oh, I killed those judges, but I did community service and now I'm free."
Yeah, I did. Oh, we should talk about Bad Boys now.
No, but dude, that fucking like, I just like that is an insane premise for a fucking horror movie. That cruise ship.
Yeah, it is. I was telling my brother about it, and he was telling me about some horror movie that has like the same premise of like, you ridiculous person. This is an actual thing. Good God.
Yo, but what's gonna happen? Is everybody just gonna have to die on that boat?
No, they're gonna find a cure real quick. I don't think it's gonna take long, to be honest, because the Chinese government invented the disease, to target the Muslim minorities. So I'm sure they have the antidote as well.
You just said that so casually. Like,
Well, that was a conspiracy. It was a conspiracy theory that they had a facility where they create like chemical weapons.
Yeah, because the concentration camps were getting too much government hate, I guess, that they were shoving them into.
Yeah,
What are those called? They have like names for the concentration camps they're putting the Muslims
I
in.
think
I don't know. I just call them
Disneyland?
concentration camps,
it's
bro.
just-
It's just like Uyghur Muslims.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, it's just.
Well, that's the group that they're targeting.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly like the names, but
They all have nicknames. Like the first camp, like it's codename Bill O'Reilly.
I was saying, isn't that the Uyghur? Isn't that the name of the Young Turks guy?
check Uyghur. Yeah.
He did that shit.
Hold on. We're getting somewhere. Bro.
Yeah. What? And if you folded 9 times.
First, he created Muslims.
Yeah.
Then the Chinese made the concentration camps. Then they created the coronavirus.
Well, that was a conspiracy theory that they let out this plague that has killed how many? Like 50 people, I think, total. Something.
Well, 1,100.
Okay.
And there's over 40,000 people that have it.
That's okay. That is kind of a lot of people, but not that many because the Chinese are like 70 billion or something. So
7 billion.
7 billion. So they wanted to do like the conspiracy theory says that they did that shit to distract from the concentration camps and the Hong Kong protests. So like, oh, you know, what the hell no we do, you know, and then they fucking. I'm impersonating Xi Jinping. This is not racist because it's one person. Yeah. He's like, oh, I got the pressure of these Americans. They cannot think of what to do. And then he's like, oh.
I've never heard him speak before.
They're like, Prime Minister, what's his full name? Supreme Leader Xi Jinping.
Supreme Leader.
We have a Pacifico virus. We have a Bud Light virus. And we have a coronavirus. Like, oh, I like corona. And then they spread that shit.
Virus.
And then they're like, oh, anybody that buy Delphine's bathwater, infect them. They are the worthy people of our Chinese standards or whatever.
How much was she selling those for? Like $20 for like a...
And these fucking nerds tested it for DNA.
Wait, what do you mean?
That's what the whole scandal was, because it's not, you sell bathwater, it's your business. But they were testing it for DNA, and they realized that she had never stepped in the bathwater because there was no molecules of her hair, of her, I assume, pussy juice or whatever, you know? Like, I don't know what the proper term is.
Why would she? It's just easier not to.
No, but that's what... No, it's way easier.
Just as easy. It's just as easy, too.
Yeah, it's just as easy. She would have just
What do you mean? No, hell no. If I put a jar under the sink, I'll fill that bitch up, and like it would just take me way more time to take a shower and then start
But this
dipping.
is a bitch move. You're already like taking advantage of these fucking incels.
If these incels want the bathwater,
I know, like...
I mean, they're already bad. Like, they're horrible for buying it, but you're even worse for not
Honestly,
giving them
yeah, because like you're like not
No,
only...
no, she's not worse, bro.
I mean,
worse than the person that bought
she's
the
just as bad for
bathwater?
not giving it to them.
I think so too.
She would be fine if she gave them what she offered, but she lied. It doesn't have any of her
Yeah,
pink
she was like, not only
hair.
am I gonna take these not poor people, but these fucking idiots' money, but I'm not even gonna give them what they paid for in the first place.
Yeah, these jokers in the making.
Yeah.
That was the pitch for the Joker
movie.
I mean, that was the media's pitch. Is if you watch this movie, you will become the Joker.
Yeah, so like it was like an insult thing.
The incel will shoot you.
I know.
Like even the U.S. Army was sending out notifications to like anyone who was on deployment, going to whether like if you got to watch the Joker, be vigilant. Like, do you really think some like 800-pound incel who just bought Bill Delphine's bathwater is gonna go shoot you? No, he's not. He's busy doing ungodly things with the bathwater. Maybe drinking it. Maybe doing something else.
Yeah,
with
some
it.
people drank that shit. I'm just like, dude, like, and like, if you drink it, like, that's cool, but like, don't pretend to be memeing. Like, we know you're enjoying every second of it, weirdo.
Yeah. Why do you have your hand on your dick while you're drinking? Fucking liar.
Dude, that's just next.
I would have just bought a flashlight and sprinkled it on. You're like, oh. You're like, woo. These people are not creative.
Sound effects. Woo. Oh god. And what's crazy is that stuff sold out in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's why it's a great fucking business move. That's all I'm saying. Like, if somebody, like, for example, it's like these girls that set up like Snapchats where you can pay them, and it's like, dude, you're aware porn is free, right?
Yeah.
Like, one time a friend of mine told me, like, hey, bro, Pornhub Premium is now free. And I was like, oh, you mean I get to have unlimited porn for free still?
I know. It's not like it's Netflix where you're like, oh man, this new Pornhub series has great writing.
I gotta be real with you though. I had a Brazzers account when I was like 14. Like my, you know how sometimes you go on 4chan and they'll have like credit card numbers and shit like that? They had a Brazzers account. Well, they do shit like that. And they had a Brazzers account, and like me and all my friends, we just gave the account to everybody, dude. And watching porn that you pay for, like, it is, dude. It's like the difference between watching like a CW show and a fucking real network TV show. You know, like it is, dude. The quality is better. The categories are like more specific. They actually like porns all kind of look shitty, right? Like I was like, this fool's not a fucking pizza delivery guy. In that shit, it looks like it's a pizza delivery guy. So the fantasy, like they sell to you way better when you're paying for it. And I was like, wow, like this is why people do it. I mean, I could never get myself to do it. What I did do though, I did have like a weird addiction where I was paying for like a bunch of like Snapchat like porn, where they'd be like, they sell you nudes for like $5, and then hey, what's $5? You know, and then ended up being like the new Fortnite for me.
The new Fortnite.
Instead of paying for skins, I was paying for these fucking skanks.
Do you want to hear my marketing pitch for Birds of Prey?
Please.
If they wanted to make money off if they wanted to make money off of Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
No one went to see that movie. There were no commercials for it anywhere. The only marketing they had was like a Fortnite skin that came out like the day after the movie.
Yeah, I
and
remember
the
that.
Harley Quinn Whopper at Burger King. And here's what they should have done, and I've gone over this with a lot of people. Those Pornhub ads that come on when they're like, "You jacking off by yourself?" They should have had Margot Robbie do that. And so Harley go like, "You jacking off by yourself? Why do that when you go jack off in the movie theater? Birds of Prey.
You're
Please
the
watch
real
it."
Mr. J. Mr. Jacker Offer.
And do you think Pornhub charges a lot for like their ad space?
I bet they probably do actually.
You think so?
Dude, I would much like. That's what I was thinking about too. Like, if I ever wanted to promote anything I did, I would go to porn immediately to porn, dude. I saw a bunch of like Stuber ads over porn because it's the same demographic.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I know that's what I did after I finished. I want to go see Stuber.
But no, they played the Stuber ads before.
No. Like they had the banners.
But on Pornhub, like people are actually marketing movies on there.
Yeah. They had they had. I remember for sure. They had a. I don't know if it was Fast and Furious, but they had like an action movie on it.
John Wick 3.
Like something. Yeah, they had like a legit action movie like on it too. Like it's genius. It makes perfect sense in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Disney has any balls, they'll do that for Black Widow.
Black Widow?
My
Yeah.
previous idea for Birds of Prey, Disney, you can take it and do it with Scarlett Johansson, please.
That shit looks good, dude.
It does look good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
I mean, I've been a little wary of the MCU because, like, I mean, it just doesn't have anything that intrigues me. But
Not anymore.
I mean, there's some stuff, but like Black Widow, I think looks good. It's like I don't care about Miss Marvel. Like this character existed like 2 years ago, and I never liked
Captain
it.
Marvel?
No, Miss Marvel.
Oh, I thought that was the same.
No, it's the one they're putting in the Avengers game. You know the
Oh,
Muslim
Miss
girl.
Marvel, is she the
Muslim Mr. Fantastic girl.
Ew, yeah. Yeah, that takes place in New
That was
York.
too weird. Like, as a person that knows nothing about this, like, anyways.
Yeah, so she's getting a TV
I just don't
show.
like this idea that you're portraying Muslims as heroes, but continue.
Thank you for clarifying, bro. My worst
you were saying
concern
it like-
alleviated.
So it's like here's what's coming up on their roster because I know this off the top of my head.
Yeah.
We're getting Black Widow.
Yeah.
Then we're getting Eternals, which is like
That
I
looks
don't
pretty
care
good.
about it. It's like I mean, it looks cool, but like I don't care about Eternals. But on the flip side, I said the same thing about Guardians of the Galaxy, and that like the second one is like my favorite MCU movie.
That's probably that's also one of my favorite, like top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's those movies are amazing, and so I mean they can get my attention on that. But it's like what else is coming up on the horizon? It's like
The TV shows
the
look
TV
better.
shows look better than
Yeah,
the movies, like
yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. And if the Moon Knight show doesn't come out soon, I'm gonna kill somebody
I can't wait for that.
because Moon Knight's one of my top 5. Because like he's
that's
Batman,
that's
but he'll-
basically like what if Kanye was a superhero?
So since you don't know this, I'm going to explain it to Carlos
Oh,
and the
yeah.
audience. This guy is Batman, but he was a mercenary who was shot in Egypt under the statue of the moon god. So the moon god brings him back to life, but he has 3 personalities now. And you're trying to figure out, is like, does this guy actually have dissociative identity disorder? Or did like a god actually bring him back to life?
Yeah,
So
so-
he's like Kanye with superpowers, and he's Batman, but he will also like cut people's faces off and murder
So it's
them.
like it's weird because it's an action comic, but it's also like it's like a deconstruction of this whole idea of them having like a secret identity.
Yeah.
Like what if the secret identity was like like this fool's fucking nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, there was a storyline where his other personalities were Captain America, Wolverine, and Spider-Man.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he just because like I think that confirms like the mystery is always like, oh, did he really get brought back to life? Or
All I
something
was
the
looking
same?
forward to was Spider-Man taking his rightful fucking place as the main dude from the MCU, right?
Yeah, but
then
Captain Marvel-
Sony came there with their fucking dirty Godzilla penis and fucking just peed all over the goddamn thing. You're like, oh, do you have any B-list villains that we haven't made movies off? Yeah, we're like, how about the Tinkerer? You should get in some fucking movie, some old dude with a fucking bazinga gun.
Tinker was actually in a Spider-Man movie. He was in Homecoming.
He's in Daredevil.
You're right. He is in Daredevil. He's
Yeah.
also in. He's also in Homecoming. He's the guy that makes all of Vulture's
die?
gadgets.
It's off.
Oh, what the fuck?
No, you're lying.
Dead ass.
How long did? Well, we got about to see how much we got. Bloomberg.
And then,
I left the shit on there.
What's funny is
okay, Bloomberg. Let me I'm gonna read like
Yeah.
some sensation. I'm recording again now. I'm just gonna find like a Bloomberg headline. Oh, we can also talk about just Yang dropping out too.
oh, he dropped out.
As of of today.
Fuck that. Never mind. I'm not voting for anyone.
One of those.
Wait, who
One of
dropped out?
those. Yang.
Yang dropped out.
He was the,
Yang dropped out?
As of
one
today,
of those. He was
Yang
the
dropped
only
out.
one that I
No
liked.
fucking way.
Yang is cool because he brought solutions to new ideas,
Yeah.
but God, it kind of, to a degree, it did feel like he was ignoring like other problems that like a lot of people just feel uncomfortable talking about. Like when it comes to race issues and shit like that, like that's fine if it makes people uncomfortable, but you can't just like ignore it altogether. And like when it's like a real problem. Anyways, fucking Bloomberg saying that he wants. Well, there was a leaked audio of him saying that he wanted more police cars patrolling black neighborhoods, and that we
Well,
disproportionately
to keep him safe.
and that we disproportionately incriminate more white people than we
Well,
should.
they need to stop going after the buyers and start getting these fucking drug dealers.
That's kind of true though. Like,
It is fucked up, but it's true. Yeah.
let's see, I found it. The quote is, "We disproportionately stop whites too much and minorities too little."
I don't think that's true.
No, that's obviously not true.
Interesting.
It's full of
Interesting
fucking
take.
She's like, yeah. And dude, but okay, here's the thing. I've been in New York, dude. I think New York is literally the most diverse fucking city I've ever been to in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I ever saw like more than 3 people of the same race together in a group.
Unless you were watching Seinfeld
Or friends.
or Friends.
Oh, Friends,
I never
That's
liked
true.
Friends, so I've never really seen it.
There was actually a main character in Friends that was black, but she came on like season 9.
Yeah,
out of
Aisha
10.
Tyler.
Huh?
Aisha Tyler.
I think so.
Yeah, that's her. She was Ross's girlfriend. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
And then he's
dude,
like,
she's
I'd
great."
rather fuck the white bitch.
She's great on what's that
Archer?
animated? Yeah,
Yeah.
she's great on Archer,
She's
bro.
great on her. Dude, I saw her. She had a podcast with Mark Maron, and she's fucking hilarious. But like, what was I gonna say? Like, I don't understand. Like, what? Like, does this fool think that like there should be affirmative action for police work? Like, go after the people that are committing crimes. If it happens to
Yeah.
be more white people, they go for it. If it happens to be more minorities, then do it. Like, I don't think they're like, like say. I don't think like if you go after like a same percentage of every group. Like, I don't think that's how it fucking works.
Yeah, no, you should. What you do is you go around, and when someone commits a crime, you just arrest them. And
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
The
exactly.
thing is, like, criminals aren't criminals because they committed a crime. Like, I underage drank, I speed, I like smoke weed before it became legal. The thing is, I was never criminalized. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that just-
like somebody has to criminalize you in order for you to become a criminal, and like that's not to say like that there's a law that can fix it, but it's education, like just so people know, and that's really fucking hard to do when like an entire side is saying like, oh no, that's not even real, like that's not even a problem.
Well, it sounds like this fool said something that sounds exactly like when you have a feeling but don't know the stats or the facts, and you just like, this fool feels this way. I don't doubt that he feels this way. That's like, there's a lot of fucking minorities getting away with crime. He probably feels that way, you know? He can
He watched Sicario. And,
Yeah, he's tired of he's tired of all these fucking Puerto Rican dicks hitting him in the face as he's walking around, you know, like, cause he's so short.
so short.
Yeah,
Short king.
he's walking.
Trump, actually seeing him in the election cycle reminded me of why he won, bro. When that interview,
And the
like,
campaign
Mike
is amazing.
Bloomberg wants to stand on an Apple box. Like, it's okay, you can be short. God, what a troll, dude. He's so good at that shit, though.
Dude, when he's done being president in 5 years,
In
he
12
should-
years, yeah.
he should just do stand like roast comedy with Jeff Ross.
No, but that's the thing.
Like
I don't.
that would be amazing.
I really don't think that he knows he's being funny, and I don't think he understands humor.
I think he does.
I don't
dude.
think he does.
I mean, and even if he does, it's like inconsequential because like, he's throwing these jokes around and they're funny.
But I think he means it though, and he just comes out as funny.
Good.
He's
Then,
like, yeah, you
then
wanna
he
see-
could
you can-
mean it and do it with Jeff Ross. And like he should go show up to celebrity roast. You know when they roasted Justin Bieber?
Dude.
Imagine Trump was there.
They did.
Oh,
roast
he
him.
did have a roast. He was fucking lame.
Really?
And then he lied about the proceeds going to charity, and he laundered that shit for himself.
That's just a baller move.
Well, that's the real roast right there. Badoomts.
Wait, so was he the one getting roasted or was he roasting other people?
No, he got roasted.
He was the one getting
That
roasted.
was amazing. Too.
I would see when I'm famous. I want to organize a roast for myself.
Fuck no,
and then
bro.
I want to invite Trump.
I'm not getting roasted, dude.
Wait, why not?
I think that shit would kill me.
Expand on that.
I would get roasted if it was all people that I knew. Because, like, I think this is the difference between, like, the best roast. Like, in my opinion, the best roast I've ever seen is the James Franco one.
Yeah.
Because he gets roasted by only people that are his friends or acquaintances. Like, I think, like, when I think it was, like, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
And then, like, Nikki Glaser gets up there. And she had, like, this shit was hilarious. But I can't help that Bruce Willis is thinking, like, who the fuck is this C-list calling me a bald cunt? You know, like... I feel like that's like, dude, because they say some like, imagine like a stranger like making a joke about the most like personal thing in your life. They call him Ashton Kutcher's dad. Like, roast. Like, yeah.
I mean,
don't
that's
know.
just funny.
I feel like that would like,
well,
I don't know.
That would just now.
I don't know if it will fuck me up. Actually, never mind. I think
that'd be just funny.
I
if
think
you
I just find it
imagine like
hilarious.
Snoop Dogg such a roast, and he's like, you.
No, I don't want that
talentless
fucking.
piece of shit.
I hate that fool keeps fucking
Supporting Bill Cosby.
No, I don't mind that. His new music is horrible.
I didn't even know he made music anymore.
Yeah,
I remember when he tried to do like what's the like reggae music?
Snoop Lion.
Yeah, Snoop.
Yeah,
Lion.
you saw actually at the roast what Shaq said about it.
Yeah.
Where he's like, yeah, like Snoop put out a reggae album. If you're a hip hop fan, like you might have it, but if you're a reggae fan, I know you don't have that shit.
Oh yeah.
Shaq is hilarious.
Yeah.
I heard was it a story of some fool, like he said he peeked, like Shaq was peeing and he peeked at his dick, and then he said that Shaq caught him like looking at his penis, and then he looked at him, he's like, crazy, right? Like big N-word, regular dick.
Really?
That's what
I've actually heard that before.
Right? Like I've heard that he has an average penis, which must look like this on his fucking frame. You know what I mean? Like like it sucks. Like I was thinking about this. I was like, The Rock's dick has to be at least 10 inches erect for it to look big on him. He could have a fucking like 8-inch hog and it will look small because he's so fucking big and muscular.
You've given this some thought, bro.
Yes, like, because think about like.
I mean, we sit up until like 4 a.m. talking about this. Me and Miguel.
Because do you know who James Dean is, the porn star?
James Dean?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a singer or something?
No, that he used to be some old Hollywood dude that died.
Okay, so I don't know the porn star.
Okay, but the porn star, like, I remember just like I was watching like some video where he's sticking his foot up some girl's vagina, and then eventually it's his penis. It was a fucked up video. I was like, what the fuck am I watching this? Yeah. And then like, you know, I'm looking at him like, look at the hog on this man, and then I read that he's 5'7", so I was like, oh, that's right there. Because his dick is probably like 5 inches, but he's fucking short, so it looks huge on him. I was like, that's the real strategy.
Be small?
Yeah, to be tiny so that the pee-pee looks big on you. So I feel like David Spade, that's why everybody like fucks him, because that fool probably has like a regular penis, but he's tiny, so it looks huge on him. So he's been plowing for 52 years, you know, like.
But how do you do that without seeing his penis beforehand?
No. You do see him. You look at it, you're like, damn, that fool has a big dick, but it's really him this tiny. You see, like, proportionate, right? Because then what if, like I said, Shaq stands next to him, and they both have the same size dick? It's gonna look bigger on David Spade.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. I don't know.
Think about it. If I put my regular head on a baby, that thing would look huge.
Why would you put the tip of your penis on a baby? What are you talking about?
That.
You'd be like, it looks huge.
Specific reason I went like this.
But this is audio only.
That's no.
You touch your head for no reason.
Damn you, Miguel.
You baby fucker. You fucking diddler.
Listen, only once or twice. And 3 times if I count you, you midget.
Dude, I like, the creepiest shit is when like a girl calls you daddy, bro. Happened to me once. I'm like, don't ever call me that again, bitch.
Don't do that.
Fuck, I'm not your dad.
Dad.
Like, that's not hot. You compare me to the man who raised you. That doesn't turn me on. What the fuck? This fool taught you how to ride a bike, and now dicking you down? This
is that like a common thing? Because I always see memes and stuff about it. It's like, is this like common, or like women, just every woman on earth running around?
I don't know. I'm kind of a loser, but that did happen to me. It did happen to me.
It's all right.
It did happen to me once.
All
so
right.
then I was like, you can call me papi. That works.
Bro, that's the same shit.
I was gonna say
That's the same. You seen that Atlanta episode too? Like,
But
that's the same.
But
shit.
that sounds Puerto Rican. I'm down for
I would dislike that just as much. I'd probably dislike that even more.
No, I mean, it was weird because She was Asian.
And she started like showing you pictures of her dad who looked just like you.
Yeah, like, oh fuck, dude. Okay, so this happened to me once. Fuck this place. I don't give a shit. It was at Good Times, this bar in Hollywood, and I was there. And I was there with like some friends, and like we're just like fucking, trying to hit on girls. It never works. Never worked. And then I was talking to this girl. She was like this Colombian chick, and she was like a little bit like Blitz, right? But she was like, she had like these moments of lucidity where I was like, okay, like I'm gonna get her number and then I'm gonna bounce, right? I'm not gonna fucking Harvey Weinstein this woman. But then she we kept like drinking, and then she started like dancing, and I was like we started like dancing together, and then she was like, oh, I'm gonna go pee, and I'm like, all right. And then I'm like waiting for her, and I'm like, oh, like she's taking quite a while. Like I want to check up on her, and I see that she's like in line because like it was like a massive line, and she's talking to some dude, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then they start making out, and I'm like, god damn it. And then like I walk around to see the dude, and he fucking looks exactly like me. And he's wearing the same like kind of outfit. Like I was wearing like a black like shirt with like some jeans, full dress the same height. He had the same goatee and like hair and everything. I'm like, oh, like.
You're like, wait, it's me.
No, because then I was thinking like maybe I was that dude. Maybe she thought I was him. It was like what came first?
What came first? Miguel,
yeah, so I go pee and I cry, and then I go back to my friends, and then like after like a bit, she comes in, like she gets me, like, hey, like I'm like, get away from me, Like,
have you not adapted this into like a comedy?
No,
something you should put that in like a sitcom. That's hilarious.
And then she grabs me, dude, and she like takes me to the dance floor, and I'm like, I guess, I have no self-esteem. And then she starts making out with me, and I'm like, because like I was like, she just fucking kissed this other dude. And,
she just thought it was you.
And I was like, it's fucking, it's fucking disgusting. So then we leave, and she gives me like her number, and I texted her, and she didn't text me back.
Damn.
Yeah, bamboozled.
That's how it goes.
Bamboozled twice. And I was like, remember me? And then I was like, maybe she thinks I'm that other dude.
I don't think she knew what was going on from the sound of it.
No, she didn't. And her friends were bad friends because that fool could have fucking stole her. And they were like, because I told him like, hey, like, because I could see that dude was trying to get her out of there. I was like, hey, like your friend is trying. And no, she looked at me and she was like, it's fine. We're taking care of her. And I'm like, damn, like I'm fucking trying to help, like,
trying to help.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
How dare you judge me?
See, this is what I get for being a nice guy.
Yeah,
that's why. And
knight.
since because then, no, because see, here's the thing. Women never appreciate good actions, and that's why they only like douchebags, because they get the most pussy.
Good
because whenever a guy is somehow, he wears a fedora, he might not be a real man. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, like I like playing League of Legends, that doesn't make me a pussy. And
bro, both men and women love being like mistreated.
I think that's on you, Carlos.
Like,
I don't like being mistreated.
Like just no, dude.
Simp.
You simp, yeah.
No, bro.
I would love for a woman to disrespect me. And
no,
treat me
dude.
like
I was
garbage.
just hanging out with my friend, and he, his fucking lady, she was getting upset because like he was hanging out with me and like he wasn't paying attention to his phone, and he went like over an hour and a half, and like they had something to like talk about or whatever the fuck. And he was talking about, now she's like on my ass and like this and that. And I was like, oh, sorry about that. He's like, no, dude, that shit's kind of hot, actually. Like, she's like, oh, and I was like, damn, dude. I've definitely seen like girls talk about that shit, Like when a guy like barely shows any interest, it's like, fuck, now like I'm really interested.
It does.
Like, why aren't you super interested? And like, it's just funny how like these things. They work out like that sometimes.
Well, the extreme of that is negging, right? That's when you actually tell her like, oh, you look real good, but I don't know, maybe you could paint your nails another color.
I mean, that shit.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't
that's
work.
Just called being a psychopath.
That might have worked in the early 2000s, but it's really just like being a fucking psychopath now.
Something that I was hanging out with a friend of mine recently, who came back from the army, and I got like super triggered because every time I hang out with this guy. He's always hanging out with some girl, like a different one, like every day that he knew. And he's like,
I'm jealous
and they always have some kind of history. But like, this guy's the biggest ass, and I love him. This guy's the biggest asshole I know. He just has like, that's how he is socially. I'm like, you are not kind to these people. Why do you have so many women? And they're like still interested in him. Like 6 years later, like, What are you doing?
Because
Is
you
it
just have to
literally
be
just
like,
that you're an asshole?
you just have to be good looking. Think about it the other way.
He's
like,
not even good looking.
but he's confident or whatever. Because like I think about it the other way. Like I have let a few like very attractive women do whatever they wanted, you know, because I was like trying to fuck them. And it's like the same thing. Like they like, you know, like it's not anything different. Like, but we just see him as like, oh, like this fucking asshole. I would treat her so well. You know, maybe she wants to get slammed across the bed. I don't.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly it too. Like, and I feel like men are the ones that like really, of all people, should empathize with this the most. When like, if somebody's being really fucking nice to you and just wants to be in like in a relationship, it's just like, let's put the brakes on this shit for now.
There is something in our biology that like when you're a certain age, like it stops you like from like trying to commit, and then as you get older, you're like, yeah, maybe I could get a family and kids, because now you're just trying to pass on your genes. So you're like, yeah, maybe I won't pull out this time, you know. You know, stop fucking blasting in her ear or whatever you do.
Me?
Yeah, blasting at your sock, you fucking loser.
Okay, you do have to get back at me when that time I got you on set when we were filming in your room. You're like, man, I don't know where the lights in this place are. I just use this to plow. I go, what, you don't turn the lights on when you're jacking into your hand? And you were like, I don't appreciate being called out like that.
Disrespected in my own house.
Hey,
On your own set of your own movie.
all right, I don't know how much of this shit is usable, so I kind of want to get onto the Jesse Smollett.
Oh, yeah.
And
The hero, yes, continue.
let me go ahead and okay. The official fucking headline says Jesse Smollett accused of lying to Chicago police and indicted on 6 counts of disorderly conduct. That's from Fox 32 Chicago. So local
The most
news.
reliable.
I mean local. It's a local source.
Locals are not bad. Yeah.
But, hold up. And this is, how long ago did that happen?
Like 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
I mean trials take time and stuff. You know,
Because they like weird. They like half dropped it at first. Remember?
No, like I think it was a police captain. He's like, listen, Juicy Smollett,
Juicy Smollett.
I don't believe that Michael Blackson's cousins try to fucking assault you and called you the N-word, and then you left, then they put a noose on you. That they assume
Wearing Trump hats. And
yeah, they were wearing Trump hats, and they were like, you know that show Empire that I love watching? That gay fool's in it, and he's black too. Fuck him up. Like what the fuck? Why would any racist watch Empire?
Yeah,
Doesn't make any sense.
I'm not even racist, and I watch Empire.
Dude, and he's like, and I read, like, I don't know, I don't watch the show, but like I read that he's like barely like a fucking extra.
Really?
Oh wait, he's not an Empire. We're being racist. He's in Power.
No, he is an Empire.
Is it? No.
Yes, it's Empire.
It's Empire.
No, it's Empire. I heard that name so many times. It's Empire.
It's Empire?
Look it up.
Okay.
I guarantee you it's Empire.
okay, I got you.
I watch.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Now you're racist.
Yeah, former Empire actor.
Oh, it is Empire. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was just, man, that's so irresponsible to do this in like this political climate.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I
real.
mean.
Any time is fucked up.
I know. I just mean like
specifically
especially
now is like, you know, everyone's at each other's throats and like, this side's all
Yeah.
racist. That
I
side's
think it
just
was all
lying.
worth it though, because we now thanks to him we have that quote of "I am the gay Tupac."
Wait, he said that?
Wait.
Yeah.
He
He said
said
that. Yeah,
that?
he said, "I am the gay Tupac."
Man.
Yeah.
I don't get it, bro. Young, handsome, talented, on a fucking full-time job as an actor on a like good, like respected show. Why?
I don't know
Why
about
do you?
those
Why do you?
last
Sometimes you see an opportunity. You know, why did Casey Anthony kill her kid?
She was a fucking nobody.
Exactly. Then she's like, but if I strangle my baby and kick her beneath the bed, then I'm a fucking be super famous. You know.
I don't
What about the
know.
Octomom? She was like, you know, like, listen, you could bang me and we could have a kid, or you could jizz in this cup. We could put in 1,000 sperm in my, cunt, and then 8 babies will pop out, and then I can do porn after.
The thing is, they all
She
they
did porn after?
She did porn, yeah.
Good God.
no way.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Miguel's like the porn. He's like the porn historian.
No, she did.
After I obtained my first Brazzers paid account at the age of 14 with 4chan credit cards.
No, she did like a solo video where she basically, like, dude, that thing is destroyed. So she shoves like a fucking like a book rack. Because I remember reading this and like, oh, it's gonna be a solo video, so she's just gonna be like touching herself. Shit. I'm like, dude, with what? Like a fucking, like a 2x4, like. she just had 8 kids. Yeah. That's the only thing that could make her feel anything. Yeah, dude, her husband probably had to like fucking go 2 fists in. And she's like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know enough about her anatomy to continue this discussion.
Of course you don't.
I did watch the video though.
Of course you do.
Yeah, and it was like staring into the depth of the universe.
You, Miguel, of all people, you had to have seen the video of the guy who sticks his whole head. He sticks literally his whole head inside a woman. It's crazy. And then when he pops out, he's like,
And Miguel,
like,
Miguel's like, of course I know him. He's me. Miguel could probably just crawl completely inside and work her like a puppet. Just
you mean Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
I shaved my head. Yeah, come out looking like I was just born.
Like Frank, like Frank
Yeah.
Reynolds when he crawls out of the couch.
I just come out, wee, wee, wee.
That would be like a weird art piece.
Yeah. Some performance art.
Giving birth to 24-year-old Miguel.
Wee, wee, wee.
I don't like this at all.
No.
And any closing thoughts on Jussie Smollett?
My closing
fuck his
thought
French name.
is that he should use connections with his sister to be in the next Birds of Prey because his sister's Black Canary. I don't know if you know that.
Really?
Yeah, his sister's Black Canary.
I thought it was. Oh no, never mind.
No, Elizabeth Winstead's Huntress, and then
No. Was she a ginger in the comics?
Black Canary?
Yeah.
No, she's blonde. It's the blonde girl.
Oh,
that has sex
because
with
you
Rhaenyra.
read that thing about how they only make the ginger characters black.
No.
Yeah.
What?
The Little Mermaid.
They even made Jimmy Olsen
No.
to a black guy on the Supergirl show.
Yeah, Jimmy Olsen. The other Flash that's a ginger.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Fuck. There's one more. There's like 5 of them. Yeah, and I made a joke on stage once, and it should have killed in my opinion, and because I said like, oh, like why are they casting all these ginger characters, you know, like with black people? It's like whoever's casting is dyslexic and just read ginger wrong. Yeah,
Oh, man.
and I just like some black dude like sitting all the way in the back. He's like, ha! I get it.
Everyone else probably is like.
I thought it was gonna kill. I was like, that's pretty. I got banned from Reddit from Black people Twitter for writing that
Oh, really?
because that's where I thought of it. Because I was seeing like I just saw a meme where it said like, you know, all the names of the ginger characters that had been cast like with
Was
the
Iris
black
West
actors.
the last one you were thinking of?
Maybe might have been. I don't know. They're all in DC, I think.
Yeah.
And then I just wrote that as a comment. And they're like, you've been permanently banned from Black people Twitter. And I was like, it's just a joke.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
Miguel, that won't save you.
I know.
Nothing will save you.
I know. I got banned from a bunch of subreddits. But
We should have a whole podcast where we just talk about all the things that would lead to you being banned from subreddits.
I didn't write
Because
anything bad.
I don't even. But you said that for the last one.
But dude, that is such clearly a fucking joke.
I know. I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, but obviously you've told jokes like these that we gotten you banned. Either that or you've done something way worse.
I guess. I don't know. No, I rarely comment shit.
No, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's kind of funny. Like I don't use. I've never been banned from anything because like I don't.
Club
wanna,
Penguin?
Oh wait, I did get banned. Me and my brother got
I
banned.
got my ass banned from Club Penguin a few times, baby.
Me and my brother got banned from Club Penguin for saying like vote for Trump or something. We got reported. I was like, what do you feel gets banned?
There used to be like I think it was called like Meme Base After Dark, and they had one where they was like it was just some fool like that made up a bunch of Club Penguin accounts, and he had like a whole story where he was like I am Russian, you know, I'm here to sell wife. And he had like a whole story where he would go up to kids and be like, "You want to buy wife?" You know,
want
like
to buy
in
wife?
exchange for penguin clothes.
Do a callback to the coronavirus and let's call it.
Call back to the coronavirus.
Yeah, it's fucking 9:40, dude.
Holy
Oh
shit.
shit!
It's
So,
9:40.
listen, you love eating dog? Don't do it because you're gonna get the coronavirus.
Let's get something we can use, bro.
That's fine.
do
Hey,
you mean
listen.
that-
Hey, I'm not the one doing it. It's them.
Hey, although you want to know something, I did. I had one friend in college who was Korean who told me that he had eaten dog, and he said that it was fine.
It was
Tastes
not
like chicken.
fine.
Oh, I'm sure we've all eaten it by accident.
I know. I ate horse by accident thanks to IKEA.
What?
Yeah, the meatballs, dude.
Oh, those things are so good.
Well, the meatballs have been horse meat. I think they haven't been horse meat for like the past 5 years.
Good.
But prior to that,
I haven't been to IKEA in the past 5 years.
Well,
so
what
they-
else? Well, I mean,
pure meat.
horses are obsolete now, so fuck them.
Yeah, I'll eat horses all day.
Yeah, just get a car.
I mean, if the meatballs are gonna taste that good, I'll eat a bat and get
yeah,
coronavirus.
I'd like my approval to eat horse before I eat the horse. Really, any animal. But then again, I'm a hypocrite because I eat pepperoni and salami. Do you know those meats aren't regulated?
Good.
You're just eating like...
Neither is my salami.
Okay, dude, wrap the shit up. Coronavirus, something.
Coronavirus. Elijah's got it. Stay away from him.
Well, I passed it on to you in the new STD format.
If we don't come back, it's because one of us got the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we all have it now.
Okay, now I feel like we kind of jinxed ourselves.
It's not getting me, dog. I'll tell you that much.
I know.
Listen,
me neither. I stay away
one
from
of us
those
lives in
people.
coronavirus outbreak central and works at like coronavirus capital. So, I mean, give me a heads up if you start coughing a little too much.
You know what goes great with coronavirus? Lyme disease
Lyme disease.
and tequila.
That's a good. Let's end it on that.
All right, let's call it.
Awesome.